Screw it, it's over. We're in the competition phase now, and because it's a competition, you have no chance of winning. You know it. They know it. You've probably already cheated in your mind. See, go back to the original reason why you generated this relationship in the first place. Go back to attraction. Attraction was the idea that there might be some kind of benefit from the mere interaction with this person. That no matter what you talked about, you didn't get anything out of it. Remember, there was no instrumental purpose. There was no profit to be made. There was no material to exchange hands. It was just being in the moment with somebody else. Creating meaning that you could share. Pulling a little bit of light, a little bit of comfort out of the fact that in a world of symbolic language, where nothing's ever actually true, where everything is a fight to be the least wrong that you can be instead of the most right that you can be, being it with somebody else is what makes it worthwhile. By the time you've reached the competition stage, you recognize that this somebody else ain't getting the job done. It's not even that you necessarily want to be yourself. That's what you say. But it's really that you don't want to be this us anymore. You don't want to be this molecule anymore. And it's really difficult to fix that. It's really difficult when you get to this phase to be willing enough to go back far enough to spend enough time to see if it's worthwhile. Now honestly, again, in review, sometimes people spend the rest of their entire lives in this state of misery. Why? Because they can't imagine cutting themselves loose from this us and ever hoping to get another one. Because they don't understand the fact that it's not relationships that are bad. It's not the individual inability of anybody in the relationship to create this wonderful thing and sustain it. They just think that the thing is broken rather than the people within it. Those of you who are kids and who think now that your life is over because you've been through this once or twice need to realize that no, it's a constant progress of reinvention. It's a constant process of saying that yes, interaction, shared meaning, the creation of us stuff is what it's all about. But at the end of the relationship, that's just impossible to see. At the end of the relationship, even when somebody comes to you and says, we can still save this, we can still do this, do you know what that sounds like? Let me show you what that sounds like. Oh, honey, I can change. We can go back to the way it was. That's all you get. That's all you hear. A monkey with cymbals. The reality is that you're at the bottom of the pyramid and there ain't no climbing back up. If there's any resuscitation of the relationship, it's got to take place before now. It's got to take place in the discrete phase, or even better, still back up at the top where you still realize that this is the center of your universe. Now remember, I'm not just talking about romantic relationships here, marriages. I'm talking about all kinds of relationships. Sometimes you outgrow your friends. But sometimes you just think you've outgrown your friends. The point is that when you reach the stage where you're in competition with the people that you're supposed to care about, it's time to cut bait and move on. Anything else that I'd have to say about this at this point is just nothing but monkey chimes. Stay tuned for the conclusion.